Shirley MacLaine revealed this at 91. She smiled in interviews for decades while suppressing the truth. She explains why she needed separate trailers, filming schedules, and publicity tours. From set shouting battles. Regarding the envious rivalries that transformed movie sets into battlegrounds, Hollywood's most brutally honest star is unabashed. Shirley MacLaine was born in Richmond, Virginia during the Great Depression. Her father worked multiple jobs to support the family. He taught psychology, ran schools, and sold real estate as needed. Her drama-trained mother was Canadian. Shirley's future was shaped by that. Named after Shirley Temple, a child star at the time. Almost like a sign. Warren Beatty, her younger brother, also went to Hollywood, but spelled their surname differently. Due to her dad's employment changes, the family relocated frequently around Virginia. Baptist Shirley was raised. She'd become more spiritual later. Not only was she artistic as a child, she was sporty. She played baseball alongside the boys and was called Powerhouse for hitting the most home runs. Shirley had ankle problems before that. She kept falling due to weakness. Her mother enrolled her in ballet instruction to address this. Therapy became passion. It delighted her. At the Washington School of Ballet, she never missed class. She was taller than the other girls, so she played male roles in plays. In one show, she fractured her ankle backstage, but danced anyway by tightening her shoes. Shirley was tough, determined, and never quit. However, she found she didn't have ballet-worthy feet. She left. She quickly decided her next move. She auditioned in New York before graduating high school. She was hooked on theater after a little role in a Subway production of Oklahoma. She left Arlington for New York City after graduating in 1952. Her name, Shirley MacLaine Beatty, was difficult for producers to pronounce, so she changed it. MacLaine was her mother's maiden name. The new name will quickly be famous. She began in Me and Juliet's chorus. Even though she was merely a background dancer, people recognized her. Then she shot. She was employed as a pajama game understudy. Shirley replaced Carol Haney, the lead, who was injured. It changed my life, not simply by chance. Her performance wowed everyone, including producer Hal B. Wallace, who was in attendance. A few months later, it happened again. After Haney was hurt, Shirley took over and Wallace moved. Suddenly, Shirley went from backup dancer to Hollywood actress. Wallace offered her a 5-year Paramount contract. It was the 1950s. Old Hollywood studio was still standing, but cracks were appearing. Wallace, known for spotting stars early, sensed something special in Shirley. Not even a chance to settle in. After 3 months, she was in Vermont, making her film debut with Alfred Hitchcock in The Trouble with Harry. Shirley received a Golden Globe for Best New Actress in this strange, dark comedy. Her next stop was the races. She next appeared in the star-studded Around the World in 80 Days. Shirley was pregnant during filming, which was unknown. Her daughter Sachi was born soon after. Shirley and her husband, Steve Parker, decided Sachi would reside in Japan with her father and his lover while Shirley worked. An odd arrangement that will later create mother-daughter conflict. Her breakthrough as a serious actor came in 1958. Frank Sinatra personally cast her as Ginny in Some Came Running. Shirley replaced Marilyn Monroe when she didn't get the part. She embraced the job, brought a stuffed toy dog to set, and kept in character off-camera. Sinatra was experienced. He advised the director to kill her character in the film to net her an Oscar nomination. He was right. This performance earned Shirley her first Academy Award nomination and proved she wasn't merely a funny performer. Behind the scenes, things weren't that glamorous. Wallace, who discovered her, reportedly made unwanted approaches. Shirley claims he forced himself on her, and she hit him hard. She won a contract lawsuit against him. After a Hollywood reporter insulted her, she struck him in the mouth years later. That tale made news and demonstrated her refusal to be bullied. In 1960, she worked with Billy Wilder and Jack Lemmon on The Apartment, one of the most famous films of the time. She played Fran Kubelik, a fragile woman in a tangled office romance. Movie was a hit. It received 10 Oscar nominations, including Shirley's second Best Actress nod. Though she lost that year, her performance was memorable. She won abroad accolades and global fame for the performance. Shirley helped the black and white film feel like color, Charlize Theron said years later. Shirley MacLaine embodied Hollywood's golden age in the 1960s. She was more than a gorgeous face seeking fame. She took risks with her parts and stories. Her 1961 role in The Children's Hour stunned everyone. A brave move. Playing Martha Doby. Audrey Hepburn played a woman who softly professed her love for her best friend. It was taboo to suggest a lesbian relationship at the time. The Hays Code still considered homosexuality perversion. MacLaine's hazardous move was innovative. Still more shocking, she said she and Hepburn never discussed the story's theme. That quiet showed how controversial the topic was. MacLaine commits suicide at the film's end. That unfortunately became Hollywood's norm. Eliminate the gay character. Still, she opened a door others were frightened to touch. 2 years later, MacLaine starred in Irma la Douce, a total departure. She played a sweet Parisian prostitute this time, and it was well received. She won a Golden Globe and another Oscar nomination for her performance. Her extensive preparation for the role jumps out. She and Jack Lemmon spent time with a real sex worker to understand the life. The encounter was so real that the woman had to leave the midst to visit a customer. The $5 million film grossed $25 million at the box office. Today, that's like making hundreds of millions. It may have been a Marilyn Monroe film, but she left after reading the director's insults. MacLaine made the character memorable. Lemmon was advised against it due to his pimp persona, but it worked out. In the Netherlands, the film shattered records. Nearly a third of the nation watched. Sweet Charity followed in 1969. She created it, not simply starred in it. She offered the idea to Universal, insisted on Bob Fosse as director, and pulled it off. Fosse had never directed a picture, but MacLaine trusted him. He gave her a big break years ago, and now she's repaying the favor. Back then, the project cost $20 million, or $150 million today. It didn't generate much money, but it demonstrated her fearlessness. The original Broadway part was developed for Gwen Verdon, which is crazy, Fosse's wife, whom they didn't cast. The studio desired a bigger name. The name was MacLaine. The outcome was iconic. Her performance in If My Friends Could See Me Now, which showcased her dance skills from her early stage days, is still remembered. Things weren't easy behind the scenes. Fosse wanted a rough sound, while the producer wanted shine. MacLaine supported Fosse throughout. Despite risks, MacLaine maintained her star power. In the 1960s, she received 5 Golden Globe nominations and won 2. Studios respected her judgments, replacing a Sweet Charity top producer who disagreed with Fosse. Actors rarely have that much power, specifically a woman of the time. Not only did she chase money, she left Hollywood to campaign for George McGovern in the early 1970s. She was one of the highest-paid actresses by decade's end. Her $750,000 contract for a never-made project was big. That's over $6 million today, just to preserve her name. Steve Parker proposed to Shirley MacLaine 4 hours after meeting her in a Manhattan pub in 1952. Impulsive, thrilling, and passionate. Their marriage was delayed. She was an understudy in The Pajama Game, attempting to get on Broadway. In 1954, they married, right before her Hollywood career took off. Their success would strain their relationship. "If I stay in Hollywood, I'll always be Mr. MacLaine," Parker claimed. To establish himself as a film producer, he relocated to Japan in 1956. After then, they resided on different continents. The marriage lasted 28 years, keeping what MacLaine later termed her core relationship, even though others didn't understand. Their daughter Sachi was born that year. Shirley termed it life-changing, and they considered themselves the perfect family for a while. Shirley was prolific in Hollywood, making 25 pictures in 15 years. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Audrey Hepburn appeared with her. She wouldn't consider staying home. If she had quit performing to be a full-time mom, everyone would have been more frustrated, she claimed. This worldview formed her connection with Sachi, and decades later, when Sachi revealed her side, it all came back. Shirley and Steve's marriage was unusual from the start. They practiced open marriage before it was trendy. She explained plainly. His home was Japan. She resided in America. They did what they wanted while staying together. Shirley was unapologetic. She disclosed her partners, a few prime ministers, actors, and politicians.